On June 5, 2024, astronauts Barry Butch Wilmore and Sunita Sunny Williams prepared for launch in a spacecraft designed to lead men into a new era of commercial space travel. Their mission, however, was overshadowed by a series of technical issues that had been plaguing the project from the start. The spacecraft, a product of significant technological advancement, was expected to demonstrate the future of spaceflight. Yet, it quickly became a case study in the incompetence led by greed, with problems ranging from pre-launch valve malfunctions to critical in-flight system failures. What was planned as a straightforward 6-day mission turned into a prolonged ordeal, highlighting the challenges of bringing a spacecraft to operational readiness despite extensive resources and time invested. This is the story of Boeing's downfall, where the cost of corporate greed was measured not only in dollars, but in the shattered dreams of those who dared to reach for the stars. The aerospace titan, once a symbol of American ingenuity and excellence, had promised to deliver the next great leap in space travel with its CST-100 Starliner. But behind the glossy presentations and ambitious timelines lay a darker reality shaped not only by the pursuit of innovation, but by the pursuit of profit. The Starliner, intended to carry astronauts safely to the stars, had become a billion-dollar blunder plagued by catastrophic software failures, faulty hardware, and mismanagement. Yet, these were not merely technical oversights. They were symptoms of a deeper rot, born of corporate greed and a culture that prioritized shareholder returns over safety. Historically, Boeing was led by engineers with a deep understanding of aerospace technology, ensuring that the company's core values were centered around safety, innovation, and technical excellence. However, a shift in leadership philosophy saw the rise of executives from finance and business management backgrounds, marking a significant departure from the company's engineering roots. This cultural shift began in 2005 when James McNerney, a former General Electric executive, was appointed CEO. McNerney brought with him a focus on financial metrics and cost-cutting rather than aerospace expertise, initiating a strategic transformation. Boeing increasingly prioritized profit maximization and shareholder value over engineering-driven decision-making. This shift affected Boeing's entire portfolio, from commercial airplanes to defense and space projects. A notable example of these consequences was the outsourcing strategy McNerney implemented, which reduced costs but also resulted in Boeing's losing control over critical elements of its production process. Around 2010, the consequences of these changes were especially evident with the 787 Dreamliner. The focus on cost-cutting and efficiency led to quality control issues. The Dreamliner was envisioned as a leap into the future of air travel, with its composite structure promising 20% less fuel consumption and features designed to reduce jet lag. It was meant to redefine long-haul flights. It quickly became the fastest-selling wide-body aircraft, and its efficiency was simply unmatched. However, beneath this success story, issues began to surface. Reports from within Boeing's facilities painted a different picture. Whistleblower testimonies revealed a lack of faith among the very engineers and workers assembling the Dreamliner. Often the most common criticism was not feeling safe flying on the planes they built, pointing to systemic issues in quality control and production standards. The most publicized of the Dreamliner's trouble were the battery malfunctions leading to fires, which in 2013 resulted in the grounding of all 787s. This incident not only highlighted a design flaw, but also questioned the oversight in outsourcing critical components. Further revelations included improperly manufactured parts, gaps in assembly, and even falsified records of completed tests. These issues weren't just about isolated incidents, but pointed towards a broader culture of cutting corners to meet deadlines and financial targets. Even with substantial problems haunting the company, in 2014, Boeing managed to secure a major victory when NASA awarded a contract under the Commercial Crew Transportation Capability Program alongside SpaceX. Mind you, that Boeing received $4.2 billion, while SpaceX only received $2.6 billion. This was a golden opportunity chance to reaffirm Boeing's dominance in aerospace, but as the company began to push forward, cracks in their approach started to show. The spacecraft was designed to ferry astronauts to the International Space Station and beyond, signaling a future where space travel was not just a government endeavor, but a commercial enterprise. With its celebrated history and unmatched resources, Boeing appeared perfectly poised to lead the charge. The deep-seated issues became clear under Dennis Muilenburg, who took over as CEO in 2015. Muilenburg's leadership style, marked by an aggressive focus on production speed and cost efficiency, mirrored the problems seen with the Dreamliner. By 2019, the first major test flight, Orbital Flight Test 1, was scheduled. It was a critical moment for Boeing, one that could silence doubters and solidify their place in the future of space exploration. But instead of a triumphant success, OFT-1 exposed the depth of Boeing's problems. As post-flight investigations began, it became clear that the company's approach to testing and quality control had been severely inadequate. They uncovered additional errors that could have led to catastrophic failures. The Starliner's systems had not been properly tested in an end-to-end simulation, a basic step that had been overlooked while rushing to meet deadlines. Boeing was forced to admit to a series of lapses that raised serious questions about its commitment to safety. The consequences were immediate. A second uncrewed test flight was ordered, delaying the program and adding millions to the already bloating costs. In 2020, Dave Calhoun was appointed CEO, tasked with restoring Boeing's reputation. Calhoun's leadership aimed to re-establish trust, but the challenges were monumental. He inherited the Starliner program after its troubled test flights and oversaw a series of software reviews and corrections. While the company committed to resolving the technical issues, the Starliner program continued to face delays, with the crewed flight postponed multiple times. Calhoun's tenure showed that Boeing's deep-rooted financial-first culture, which began under McNerney and was perpetuated by Muilenburg, had deeply impacted not only its commercial aircraft division, but also its space exploration initiative. At this point, the pattern was clear. Boeing's relentless pursuit of profit and its desire to outpace competitors like SpaceX led to a series of shortcuts and missteps. By 2022, Boeing finally managed to launch the OFT-2 mission, correcting many of the issues that had plagued the program. But the damage was done. Many doubted the safety and viability of the program, and 2 years later, this time on a crewed mission, while the Starliner docked with the ISS successfully, helium leaks proved once again Boeing's incompetence. Operational challenges made NASA decide against using the Starliner for the return journey, opting instead for the astronauts to extend their stay on the ISS. NASA's distrust for Boeing's Starliner program was reflected in their decision to bring the astronauts back using SpaceX Crew 9 mission in February 2025. These issues serve as a clear indication that the cultural transformation under figures like James McNerney, Dennis Muilenburg, and Dave Calhoun has had far-reaching consequences. Boeing's once-praised reputation for engineering excellence is now being questioned in both commercial aviation and space exploration.